I am back. This is Jessa, your Usborne Books and More consultant, to continue, because I can never make these things short, I just love their books, with ideas for pre-readers within the house. So that is children who are not yet reading independently. So this is one of my daughter's favorite books. It's a book about the orchestra. They're learning about classical music, and I just wanted to show you how these kind of books work. They have these little flat pieces. And that's how that works. There's no button panel on the side. Each page has one. There's a story about all the different parts of the orchestra. This is not the only book like it. We were just into classical music at the time, so this is the one we have. All right, we're going to go for a couple of books now to read to your children. So these are great bedtime books, story time books, whatever. This has got to be one of my favorite books, if not my favorite book of all time to read to kids. This is Nibbles, the Book Monster, and this is one of the coolest books I've ever seen. There's a cutout on the front to begin with. It's a very sturdy book again. So this is Nibbles. Nibbles likes to nibble books. So we're going to just kind of flip through quickly. Look! He hopped into Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And there are different cutouts within the pictures where he nibbles through. He messes up the stories. He keeps going. I did want to call to attention that when I first got this book, I'm used to normal run-of-the-mill picture books, and I keep trying to separate these pages. These are really thick pages. It's just nice quality book. And then, I'm not going to ruin the end for you, but I will tell you there's a hole in the back of the book. This is A Tale of Two Beasts. It is a story about a little girl who finds a creature in the woods and takes it home because it's stuck, obviously, and cares for it. And then she doesn't understand why the creature runs away. And then the book, the second half of the book, is told from the creature's perspective. It's great for teaching, you know, two sides of the story and why, even if you thought you were doing something nice, maybe it wasn't as nice as you thought it was. Great for teaching empathy. I love this book. You know, it starts some really nice conversations, especially when your kids are in daycare or playgroup or school. This is one of our Secrets of the Earth's Shine a Light book. I'm going to have to turn the camera a little bit to try to show you, so we're going to be blocked out of glare for a minute. I don't know if that's going to work. So, just to show you how these things go, what is this hot, fiery ball in space? And then you would shine a light behind it, which hopefully the sun will do it for me. Maybe not on that page. So, you can see, there we go. Mountains are the highest place on Earth. It's coldest far up. Can you see a really big mountain? So when you put a light behind a page, you get an image that you didn't see before when the book was shut. Okay. Really cool. We have a ton of these. All right, let's set that back up. There we go. This is Aesop's Stories for Little Children. I think most people grew up with Aesop. These are beautifully illustrated. The stories are not terribly long. There's not a ton of text on a page. Definitely a lot more illustration heavy. The illustrations are beautiful. If anyone is unfamiliar with Aesop, feel free to send me a message and I will teach a little bit about it. But it's got a ton of stories. Again, beautiful illustrations, very illustration heavy. Definitely the kind of thing that when your kid starts to memorize the stories, they can read to you before they're readers. I'm trying to get the glare off. There we go. This is our illustrated fairy tales. We have a bunch of these. They kind of range in, they have a range in as far as how much text is on a page. This one's a little bit on the lighter side, but not really. Just to kind of give you an idea, they're these beautiful books. They're very like that almost padded bound book. They have a nice ribbon marker in them. Great for bedtime books. And then just to kind of give you a preview of what's next, this is Mole in a Hole. These are our phonics readers. They come in packs, which is normally what I'll put on a wish list just because it's a combined volume, so you get like 6 books for a lot less than 6 individual books would cost. Some of them come with CDs. It's really fun. So this This one is Mole in a Hole, so I'm going to let you guess what sound we're going to learn about there. So beginning readers or read to. We also have some great books that I don't have an example of, but we have what's called dual readers, where the top of a page will have more advanced text and the bottom will have some very simple text. Those are fantastic also for beginner readers because they can read either and the story will make sense. So you can read the top to them, and then when they get a little more confident, they can read the bottom. And this is one of our nonfiction books. Kids really love nonfiction. In general, they love to learn, especially at a young age. So beautiful illustrations, minimal text, identifies a lot of different things. The text is on the larger side. There's lots of space. And then my last thing I wanted to show you was a see inside and look inside. Just to kind of give you an idea of the difference, because I know that a lot of the subjects copy, like we have 2 year bodies here, but they are very different. This is generally for a younger child. And by younger, I mean 3 to 5, in that range. And it kind of depends on your kid. You know, if you've got a reluctant learner, this is definitely the way to go, because there are a lot more flaps inside flaps, which I don't have a reluctant learner, and this is still the one that I got because it's so cool. So it has lots of information, things that move. I don't think I'm doing that right. This is one of my favorites because I don't know a child that doesn't want to learn about poop. So, I mean, there's not a day goes by in my life that I'm discussion about poop. Oh, you can see the poop get me. This is a see inside. You can definitely tell it's a little bit different. The corners aren't rounded. It's a bigger book. The illustrations are a lot more technical. It's much more scientifically accurate. There are still tons of flaps, not as many. I don't believe there are flaps inside flaps, but still very engaging. Maybe better for older kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. This thing is fantastic. They're still amazing. Kids love nonfiction. Flaps make it fun. And I love it when my kid comes to me and tells me something that they learn that I get to learn too through them, which is really empowering for them. I hope that gave you an idea of what we've got, and please message or tag me if you need anything, and I will see you soon. Bye.